As sculptor Gary Dudley found himself growing up in a time of segregation, his art became his outlet, not only to find himself, but also to show and express the feelings and beauty of his culture.
Hi, I'm Gary Dudley. I work under the name Garley. I'm a sculptor. Well, my first experience was, my mother she did ceramics. So I used to travel with her just to carry her stuff. I'm 8, 9, she just dragging me along. I don't want to go. So once she gets to where she's doing her work, the way she used to keep me quiet was to just give me some clay. But I just remember the first time she gave me the clay was just an amazing thing for me because my mind could do a lot of things once I got the clay in my hand. It just occupied my time. And so everything went silent for me at that point. I grew up in Portsmouth, Virginia, segregated at the time. And believe it or not, a lot of people don't understand that even in segregation, the culture is just a beautiful culture. So a lot of things in my mind I like to remember by sculpting how beautiful people seem to me, even in a time where you would think it would be the culture itself. Just look at the underlying part of the culture. There's families that go to church, families that, you know, raising their kids to go to school. And that's the part I remember. That's the part I'm trying to capture. In some cases, it's just pushing on the clay. Sometimes I don't have an idea. Sometimes I'm pushing on clay, and then the idea comes to me. Other times, like the piece that I used my daughter as the model, Sunday's Flower. When I started that piece, I didn't have my daughter in mind, actually. But I needed a child's face, and my daughter was 5 at the time, and I went, that face will work for me. And that was a tough one, because she was 5, and the only way I could get her to sit still was to put cartoons on. The skateboarder is a little bit different, because someone sent me a photograph of a skateboarder, and I looked at that and I said, that's a dynamic piece. Someone asked me, do you plan your sculptures? Well, yes, but those plans usually go out the window. Do you draw a picture of your sculptures? I did that in the beginning where I said, okay, I'm gonna sketch this part and then put this together. But what happens is, for me, I was struggling trying to stay in the sketch. I want people to just come in and go, I like it, I don't like it, and it's okay not to like it. Move on and then find something you do like. That's what art is. Don't try to judge what someone else is saying art is. And I think that's where we are today. A lot of times someone else is waiting for someone else to tell them whether or not they like this piece of art. Is that okay? It's okay if you feel like, if you like it, it's okay. For me, when I started it, it was just success already. And yes, you know, you want to have all the accolades. You want to be the great artist, and I'm still working on that. But most artists would tell you when they create, that's a success. To be able to just start something from nothing and to make it happen is just a great feeling. And everything else after that is icing on the cake.